What's up guys, Wolf here. In today's video I'm going to showcase the new best way to get from level 30 to 40. With this method you can actually level up a character from level 30 to 40 in under 20 minutes. This is going to be significantly quicker than any other method in the game. I'm going to showcase exactly how to do this. You're going to need a team though, but I will also give you a solo method that's been working for a couple months now, for years, that you guys can do. So this unfortunately will need a few other players or another player, one extra player, and you need to have done the year 1 season pass. You need to have that unlocked so that you can do this mission. So the whole point of this, before I showcase the method, the whole point of doing this is because we want to do watch mules. This is to stack SHD points. So when you reach level 40, after you do a level 30 to 40 run, you get your watch. So you get minus 800 roughly from your SHD level. You get this in points. You buy materials, buy printer filament, put this into proficiency ranks for expertise, and this is very useful. As you can see, I've been stacking materials. This is important because the devs have responded to my question that you will not lose your stacked materials. So you will not be dropped back to the cap here on the right hand side. You can keep stacking. That's why it's so important to do as many mules as you can, because we will lose this ability from the 27th of May. So we've got like around roughly 10 days left. So make sure you guys do this. So what you do is when you get your watch, before you buy the shared blueprints from the vendor, you want to max everything out here to 9,999 and then 999 for these two. Don't worry about credits. So once you've maxed them out, it'll be on around roughly 0 because you haven't shared your materials yet. Max them out and then you buy the shared blueprints. That will convert them, after you've already spec'd some, so that will overcap. That's how you do it. Also, what you can do is buy some of these, these faction materials and gear materials. So as you can see, I've been specking mine, stacking them up. You can actually overstack them, just as you can see, my True Sons one, similar way to what I just mentioned. It just depends which, blueprint you buy first. So you can do that in your own time. So a little trick here as well, guys, is because it can take forever to craft these. So on PC, it's X to craft. So as you can see, I craft, but to craft again, you get this loading screen to craft. What you do is on PC, you right click and then you push the craft button. Look how quick it does it. So that bypasses that. That's just a little trick. So you max those out, you overspec your materials. That's the whole point of watch mule farming, for materials and for expertise. And well, it just depends on you as well. It could be for whatever methods you have. For optimizing gear, I do that as well. So the current method and what people have been doing is, what you can do is, if you guys are solo, this won't work. What you want to do is, when you choose a new character, choose the boost, the right-hand Warlord's boost. You get to level 30, then you go to Haven. Once you get to Haven, you will be level 31. You come to Washington, you do Dark Zone. So buy clan caches or some items from the vendors when you're level 31, make a decent build, go to the level 30 Dark Zone. And then you will be able to do a 30 to 40 in roughly about half an hour, about 1 hour to 2 hours. It depends on you and how quick and how good the landmark clusters are, how close they are together. So DZ West is normally the best to go there. If you have a teammate, you can do what I'm going to show you, or you can get your teammate to be level 40 and you can actually push with them. You get more XP. But if you're solo, guys, just do Dark Zone. Make sure you are in level 30 Dark Zone. Well, you will be a default. Go and farm landmarks. You can do it pretty quick. You get decent amounts of XP there. That's going to probably be, in my opinion, the most effective way solo to do this. If you're in a group, we want to make use of this mission right here. Now, this is going to be the farm. It's way faster and way more effective than anything currently in the game that I've seen. And it's quite new, to be honest. Now, we've known about this for XP. Normally, what you do is, if there's a global event or on the calendar, you can actually go into this mission right before you finish the end part or open the door. You reset the world through the global modifier, or the global event, should I say, and then it actually will just reset your world and you can just redo it. Now, the reason why this mission is so good is because it takes around about 3 minutes, sometimes 2.5 minutes, to get roughly the same XP as like an invaded mission all directives. You obviously also do it heroic all directives, yeah. But like, for example, you get the same XP for a Lincoln run or a DCD invaded or Lincoln invaded. Same roughly amount of XP. Now this takes what? 10 minutes, 15 minutes for inexperienced players. Maybe really quick players can do it in 7 or 8 minutes. This mission can take 2.5 minutes to 3 minutes casually without even rushing through it. So that is insane. You get roughly the same amount of XP in way less time. This is going to allow you to do 5 runs to get from level 30 to 40, roughly 5 runs, which take 3 minutes each, casually, not even speed running, with just a normal blue build that I was using. So that's really fast. So that you'll be able to do this in 15 minutes around about that time, level 30 to 40, which is what we've been doing for a few days. It's wildly good. And I wanted to post this video now because there's a few things you guys need to know. It's quite tricky to do this, and I want to explain. Once you get the hang of it, it's quite simple, but make sure you guys watch this whole video so you don't get confused and you lose it, because there's a cooldown on this. My one has been closed for 6 days. So because we were testing, we messed it up. So you want to do this, but you can only do it once, but you want to keep refarming it. So what you want to do is use someone else's world or use someone else's session. So there's a couple ways of doing this. I'm going to explain how to do it with a friend, and then you guys can invite your other friends at the end. Just a couple of things we need to talk about. So also the cool thing is we can't actually currently do the global event right now because it hasn't started. So this is what I mean. So the global event, when you go into this menu at the end of that classified mission, you can actually just reset the world, and then that gets you out of it and back in. But we can't do that, so we need to log out and do a bunch of stuff. So this will make it easier. So we've known about this for a couple of weeks now with XP farming. It's very effective, but this is a take on that will allow you to actually do watch mule farming so incredibly quickly. So when this opens in 2 days, this will be a bit more effective. But for now, it's still really good. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to talk about this in my perspective as being the runner, and my friend is going to be the host. So it doesn't matter if mine's locked or mine's open. I can still do it, even if it's locked. That's what we were doing yesterday on stream. You guys can check on Twitch. Also, if you want some runs, if you're playing solo, I can help you do this. So make sure you come to the Twitch stream, join the Discord. It's all in the description. So I'm going to be the runner. Now, I need the host. So my friend is going to be the host. I will be the runner. So what my friend is going to do, the host, he's got it active. So you need someone who has this active. You need year 1 season pass, I believe, to have this mission active. Now, what you want to do is, well, you don't do anything yet. Your friend, who's going to be the host, he has the mission available. The host gets into the actual mission. So what he will do is he'll open the menu, directives, heroic, and then he will start the mission. Once he fast travels into the room, he will not do anything. He doesn't go through the first brown door. He doesn't do anything. So I will join him. He invites me and I join him. I will be the runner, and no one goes any further. When I join him, right when I get in as the runner, before we do anything, before we open the doors, the host will log out. So my friend will log out and he will change to his level 30 character. So we need to both start this level 40 max characters. Don't start it with your level 30 characters. I am the runner, so I will run the mission. I will kill all the enemies. When I get to the end, when I kill the final boss, a key will drop. Before I pick up the key, now I'm not exactly 100% sure if what I'm saying is what you have to do. There's other ways of doing it, but I'm just telling you what's worked for us. So once I've killed everything, when I get to the final room, the boss will drop a key. The key will be on the floor. Before I pick up the key, I will invite the host back, or invite any of my friends that want to do the mission. But if you're going to be inviting the host back, invite the host and then anyone who needs to be leveled. So invite the host first, and then anyone needs to be leveled, and they will have their level 30 characters ready. They will all join. All your friends will join into the mission at the end. Once everyone is in and they are in the room you are in, I will log out. The runner will log out and I will get on my level 30 character, and then I will join back on them. That means that I will be able to actually also make use of this farm, even though I ran through it with my level 40, and it's not going to consume anyone's classified mission, because we've kind of logged out and logged back in on different characters, because this character, for example, I don't have this active, but my other characters, I will have it active. If you guys understand. So once everyone's there, we pick up the key, we walk to the door, and the mission will finish. The XP will flash on screen. Don't open the door. This is where you would use the global event when it unlocks. You can reset the mission, and I don't think you need to do some of the steps with the global event, but it doesn't matter. Just be careful. I would just log out. Everybody just logs out and changes characters. Sometimes you don't have to change characters. You can test it, but at your own demise, because if you lose this mission, it's going to be difficult, especially if you don't have lots of friends. And then that's exactly how you do it. Quite simple. So once you've all logged out, then the host will fast travel, my friend will fast travel back to this mission because he wouldn't have consumed it. And then we would just do the same thing again and repeat. But what is a surefire way of doing it with, because sometimes, and I will say this because it's happened to me, sometimes this can bug out. Sometimes it will consume randomly. So the surefire way of doing this is your friend is unfortunately going to have to be the guy who activates. Like, for example, my friend, he will be the host. He's got the mission available. If all of us don't have it available, he will start it. We run through it. Like when I get to the end, I won't invite the host who actually initially started it. I will just invite all my friends with their level 30s. I will leave, join on my level 30, then we'll finish the mission. There's no risk of it getting consumed because it's already consumed for everybody. So if you understand what I'm saying, if you guys have any questions, or if there's anybody in the comments section who can actually give some more insight into this, because it is still tricky to fully understand it. We're still trying to learn it. We have lost some of these missions randomly. So just keep that in mind. But like I said, the host guy who activates it, if he leaves and doesn't join back, then there's no risk of him losing it because he's out of the game. We are using his session. And even if we're in his session, it says his session at the end, it won't consume his mission. But there's always a chance of bugs. So what I would also recommend is if you guys have got 3 characters level 40, go and do this mission on story. Because if it's on story, you do the story mission, it's not worth it doing on story. So you need to do it on story, and then there will be a cooldown for days as well. That's why I wanted to post this mission now. Do this now, get all 3 characters ready, do the story, and then you've got them active. But most of you guys probably do have the heroic option available if you've done this before. I'm sure you have. So that's just what I wanted to post, just to make sure you guys understand. I know this video is a bit long-winded, but this is so much faster. And that's the thing. What we've been doing as well is if we've got the host, so my friend, the host, he will activate the mission while I'm running through it. Then we'll have another friend who's doing DCD, for example, and then another guy who's doing Lincoln. And then once we finish this, once we've all claimed the XP, we would join on him for DCD and join on the other guy for the end of Lincoln at the end of the mission with all directives. And then we get boosted even quicker. So you could do this in 10 minutes, 20 minutes. There's very effective ways of doing this. But this mission, if you guys can run this, it's way quicker than anything else in the game right now. So if you've got any questions, let me know in the comments. Make sure to follow, leave a like, follow me on X, guys, and on Twitch. Leave a like, subscribe on this channel. Appreciate you guys. Have a good rest of your day, and get farming, because 27th, this all goes bye-bye. Peace out, guys.